All right. Hi, guys, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 107. So, I'm just letting you know this is my second time recording this. So, usually before I record, I always go through and do a test just to make sure the microphone's working, all that good stuff. Didn't do it this time because I was trying to get everything in before work, and apparently there was an echo. I had forgotten to mute my phone, so it was picking up on my microphone and my cell phone microphone. So I did the card, went back, and was previewing it just to make sure it sounded okay, and got the echo. Now, if you would ever want to hear it, give me a holler. I can send it out there, but I'm not going to link it to this video. Anyway, so here we are. Finish Up Friday, episode 107. Here's where we left off. So, I have to get out a base card. Let me get out another base card. I think I had done Boho Blue last time. So you have a base card. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have a layer 4 by 5 1/4. We have a DSP layer 3 3/4 by 5. We have a layer of the Petunia Pop 1.5 by 5 1/4. We have a strip 1 1/4 by 5. Then we have these two strips. Now this can be DSP also, but I'm choosing to do my 4 by 3/4 inch strip in the solid color, and then a basic white in the strip. And then I went ahead and found these are from, I think this is Everyday Details. Is that right? Yeah, Everyday Details. So instead of punching, because you'll see the card that I did all the way through, and that had the echo, of course. So I will go ahead and show you that at the end. But I decided after seeing that I wanted to go just a little bit smaller. So that's this one here. And I have another piece that's stuck on there. There we go. All right. So there's all of my pieces for today's card. Going to be a lot of gluing. All right. So what I like to do first, and got out my seal. Oh, one thing I wanted to let you know. Just so you notice, this strip 5 1/4 and this strip 4, that's this layer. So if you want to actually have a more of a frame look, you would make it you would size this down by 1/4 on each way. I'm going though so that these will actually match up to the sides of my layer. All right, and originally when I showed it to you, I showed you that side, but I kind of like this side. This is the opposite side. So when I cut it on Wednesday, I thought I was going to be using this side, but I decided to use the opposite side. So we're just going to go ahead and glue this down. Let me get this over here. And have to remember that when I'm using the seal, I need to be going straight up and down and kind of making sure that cut off. That's why they were getting, there wasn't the heat in my craft room. I was holding it wrong. So here's that piece layered on there. We're going to layer this piece on here. And we're not going to layer our other items yet because we are going to stamp on them. So I decided that I wanted to use the translucent florals for this stamp set. It kind of reminded me of how some of this was looking. We are also going to stamp off once on this piece, because I want it to be a little bit lighter. So let's go ahead and take my stamp that's on, let me put that in there, and here's the Petunia Pop stamp pad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this up. Oh, let me go back here on a nice little stand my son made me. So we're going to do this. You don't want to do it, you don't want to push down too much. You want to do it lightly, because this is what is called, oh, I just lost it. Detail stamp. So you don't want it to be really, really inked up, or else you lose some of that fine detail on the stamp. And you don't really want to push it that hard either. So see how it is? It's beautiful. So now, and I'm going to, let me see if I have it out. For my circle, my phrase, I am actually going to take out my Stamparatus. Now I know we don't sell it anymore, but I will continue to use this forever, especially when I'm stamping over an item that I want to show up darker. So let's go ahead. Let's take my words. I originally had them mounted on here, but let's go ahead. Let me make sure first that it's clean, which it wasn't, because you know I don't clean stamps. Pretty bad about that. Now when I have classes, I clean them, but when it's just me stamping, I usually don't clean them out in between. I know, that's bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this magnet over it. I think I want the flower to be a little bit angled like that. So I'm going to put my words right there. And the reason I'm using the Stamparatus is because I want to be able, make sure it's in there, I want to be able to make it darker. Because when you stamp off, it should be like a second generation, it should be a lot lighter. But sometimes, especially using the last mat, it seems like it doesn't take off a whole lot. So let's do that once. Let's do it again. I just stuck my finger in it. Not good. And see how I have a stamp pad underneath there? So that lid is braced, supported. Let's do that again. I think we're okay. I don't think we're going to do a third one. That W looks a little weird, but I think it's because that's where the two lines meet. We'll do it one more time. I'm pushing my luck. Pushing my luck here. All right. I think that looks good. Let me bring it up so you can see it. So that looks nice. We have to clean that off. Let me cover up that stamp pad over here on the side, and we'll put this away. All right. So now I want to make sure all those little scritchies are off the back. All right. So what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to pop this up. I am just going to do it all flat because you're going to have a lot of layers on this card. So I don't feel like we need to add even more to the weight. On this here, I think I'm going to stamp the, oh, it's over here still. Because yes, because I did this earlier this morning. All right, we're going to stamp "You're the Best." I'm going to leave some room for this flower. Again, I'm going to stamp it off a couple times, so it's going to be really light. All right, now we can go ahead and put that down on that layer. Now this is the same length, so I kind of want to anchor the one side, make sure it looks even all the way to the other side. Okay, let me cover up that stamp pad, and I think we're ready to assemble this card. Let me get all that over the way. All right, so here's the first one here. This is going to go on your base card. Now here, I'm going to cover up some of the tree. I want to see the path and the fence over here. So I'm kind of going to put this a little bit more over to the right. Oh no. Nope, I'm all right. So, and I'm going to do it this way just so I can kind of look. So I want to see the fence. I'm going to cover up some of that tree, but not all the way. Let's do it right about there. All right, so you still can see that path. You can see the fence. We're going to go ahead and put this. Just got a little bit of glue on there. think I want to put this a little bit down here. Ooh, you know what? I want to trim off just a little bit. Let me get out my paper snips. Because I have just a little bit there that hung over. All right. So I'm going to put this down here. And then I'm going to take, because here's the yellow, we want that yellow to kind of pop. So I'm going to kind of do this off center. So yes, I'm covering up that tree, but we still have a tree over there. Now if you wanted to make it a lot smaller for your little layer here, you could. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to go over that layer onto the edge there. All right, so there we are, guys. There's our card. So now here's the one I did just a little while ago when my microphones were both on. So see, kind of similar. I mounted this one over this way more, but then I decided I didn't like the circle being that big. So that's why I went to a little bit of a smaller circle. But here we have both of those. And if you wanted to, you could put, oh, you know what? Let me grab out, where's my yellow? Where's my yellow? Oh, I'm looking at the angles wrong here. To pull out even more of that yellow, let's get the 4-pack tinsel gems out. We need to go in the next pack because I used all the yellows in the other pack. So let's go ahead here. Cut off that edge so we can slide them out. Because it looks a little bare up there. So let's go ahead and put some of those yellow on there. I think that would look good. So let's go ahead and do just a line across. This one got a little bit stuck. Let's see if I can pick that back up. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. All right. So that was the first card. That was the one I made before this. And wasn't the way, didn't turn out, well, it turned out the way I wanted it, but my volume was off. So there's those two. All right, let's go ahead and show you a couple other examples. On this one, I took that strip here and I cut it in half and then put this to kind of finish off where that cutting edge was. And put a small little, that's from the Nested Essentials, I believe. Let me see. Yep, Nested Essentials. The little tag there. So there's that one. Put some of those Roxi embellishments on there. And then on this one, I went ahead and I put this at an angle, but then cut it off so it would meet the edge of the layer. And then my extra piece is on the inside. I usually don't decorate the insides, but I did on this one because I didn't want to cover up any more of this beautiful scenery. All right, guys, there you have it. There's my cards for Finish It Friday. If you want to upload an image that you made, an example you made, and put it on our Facebook group, I dare you to do it. No one's uploaded yet. I know some people are on Facebook, but please go ahead and do this. And if you're not on Facebook, but you want to put an example on there, go ahead and contact me. Send the picture here, and I'll upload it for you. But you still can pick your card that you want. All right, guys, give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to get to 500, and by giving me a thumbs up, by liking this video, it helps put my video out there for more people to see and share. All right, so give me a thumbs up, send me a comment. I answer every comment. Most of all, have a great Friday, and just remember, when you go to record your video, check that you don't have two microphones on at the same time. Thanks, guys. Got to get ready to go to work. Bye for now.